Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we will be we'll be ranking the 10 most underrated gadgets in all of Yeeps. So this will include like weapons, there's cars, and yeah, a bunch of everything that's not a block basically. I'll be ranking on how underrated or underused it is. But yeah, so let's get straight into it. For the number 10 spot, it's a mobility item. It is grapplers, which is a lot of people use grapplers, but not as much as they used to. So I feel like once air grabbers got introduced and like wings and stuff, people stopped using them because wings were just a better version and they took off way less cotton. And in some way they just cost as much as grapplers, because they were on the Snow Tech web. To get there, you'd have to buy these useless blocks, which people use, but not that much. Then you have to get hot chocolate for 800. Then you have to get zip lines for 1200, and then finally you could get grapplers for 1200. But now you can just get them for a lot cheaper on the Tech web. But some new players still refer to grapplers because in the construction pack or the starter pack, you get grapplers, but you don't get wings or air grabbers. So if you see someone using this in a public, that's probably why. So the next one is grenades, which I'm just talking about all grenades in general. So I don't know if this counts as grenade, but I'm going to count it as a grenade, like freeze grenade. Even though it doesn't really work like a freeze grenade. Yeah, this one, you throw it, freezes people. We all know that. This one is a smoke grenade. You throw it, it explodes and makes a cloud. This one's fire, and oh, well, it lights you on fire. Yeah, it's not fun. Then we have explosive grenades, which destroy pillows and just bounces you. And then we have these. And bounces you. Yeah. Then there's just a reskin of the explosive grenade. Metallic with the yellow. And yeah. We have ender pearls, which are really good mobility items. They're pretty simple. Just throw them and teleport wherever they land. Now, these would be a lot better if you could use them in crossbows, and I still see people using them, which is why they aren't higher up on the list, because you want to be good with not a lot of people using you, which makes it underrated. But this is pretty good. One of actually the best mobility items, because yeah, it's just like easy to get far distances with. And it's also a lot more controllable than wings, yeah. But next up we have multiple items again, which are, from what I think, no, not all of them are on the Fantasy Tech web, but 2 of them are. And so those 2 are daggers, maces, and this wasn't on the list, but I'm also going to include spears. So these are also a lot of underrated weapons. I see these used not a lot, but a lot more than they used to when they first came out. See these a lot too, like getting reskinned, but not used in PvP. And I don't see not those, daggers, where are they? I don't see these a lot, which, daggers are a good weapon, so they're actually pretty good. Just not a lot of people use them. They're like bats, literally just bats, but better. So if you do get a backstab, it does 2x damage, and it sends them farther. But also, we have flamethrowers, and where's the other one? Flamethrowers and fire axes. Yeah, they're expensive, but fire axes are just better bats, and they light people on fire if you hit them enough times. And flamethrowers are like fire shotguns. Because if someone gets too close, you light them on fire, like this. Yeah. And yeah, so that's going to be number, 7? Yeah, so then for the number 6 spot, we're going to have one of my favorite items, which as you can see here are umbrellas. And yeah, umbrellas are really simple, and I like them because they're one of the OG items. What you do is you jump off, and yeah, you just point them kind of wherever you go there, and yeah. And they're like kind of slow falling potion, but with more control. Or kind of like the opposite of balloons. But yeah. It's pretty simple. It's one of the OG items, so that's one of the reasons it's simple. Yeah, you just get up to a high place. I don't have it in my inventory, but you jump, and yeah, I don't know why I'm going down there. Yeah, I jump, and yeah, that's it. Oh. So the next is one of the most underrated weapons in the game, taking the number 5 spot, which I feel like people don't use a lot, but it's really good. It's like umbrella, but better. It used to be limited, but now you can get it down in the horror tech web. And it's brooms. Yeah, brooms are one of the best items in the game. I don't know why people don't use them, but like they're just wings, but cheaper. Because you get even more control with them, arguably. And they're a lot more easy to use. Because literally all you do is get them, jump, and just glide. And you get more speed the more you go, just like wings. Yeah. And it's pretty simple. There's one thing that's different about this compared to the wings. You can't really go up with them like you can with wings. I mean, you kind of can, but eventually it'll just stop and fall. Ah! Good thing I have my grapplers. But yeah, on my list is gonna be pretty interchangeable with a lot of these, a lot of the lower ones, because I don't see people using them, but they're kind of like blocks in a way, but as a gadget and like a reusable block. Now, other blocks are reusable, like pillows, I mean. But yeah, it's a snowflake. What you do is, it's just like a frisbee. You can frisbee jump and everything. But its special ability is, it sticks to the wall. And this can let you make staircases. So that's why we have like snowflake up. And when I say they're reusable, because you can just do that. And yeah, you have staircase. It's cheap as well. And I think some people can even do it with one, which I don't even know how you do it. Yeah, you have to like, it's hard. You have to get a good jump. Oh, not like that. Get a big jump, pick it up, and you throw it in time. But I can't do it. You have to have like crazy reaction speed for that. But that's number 4, in my opinion. It's all in my opinion. But yeah, so while I get on my way to number 3, I don't own all of them, but they're really cool. Like, this was one of my favorite updates. It came in the Battlecrafts update, which could already tell you, but yeah. It's the RC toys. Oh, I added an RC boat, I didn't even know that. But tanks, which are good. Yeah, which were already in here. Well, so cars were added in the in the wish list update, the first one. The tanks were added in the Battlecraft update, so were jets, which I don't own jets, because they're expensive. But I do own RC planes, and these were really cool to use, because what you do is you put a camera in them, you get a controller, there you go, put it on the camera, and then you can like fly around, but I can't fly around because I'm in indoors. But then we also have tanks, which you could use to shoot at people, like jets. And then, yeah, speaking of jets, jets are probably one of the most overpowered weapons in the entire game, because you can control it from afar. It's like a moving turret, basically. Yeah. But I feel like people don't use it, like, I haven't seen an RC car since, like, 1994. Yeah. But people should use them, especially in PvP maps. Like, they're good to sneak up on enemies on, or to get, like, information. Because you could, like, sneak a camera in a car to their base. Or if someone's in your base, you could set up a tank there, and then whenever they come in, you just shoot them. But taking the number 2 spot is another underrated movement weapon, and it's zipline arrows. And ziplines are one of my favorite things in the entire game. Like, it's one of the best mechanics. Mostly because I play tap tag a lot, but I feel like zipline arrows are one of the best, if not the best, for new players. Best movement thing for new players, because I think they only cost 800 to get. And to get up there is not that hard, because I think normal arrows only cost 300. So they're pretty cheap to get to compared to wings and air grabbers. And they're also really good for movement, because you can put these in a crossbow unlike ender pearls, which makes them better than ender pearls. And people don't use them a lot, which is also probably because they have wings now. But I feel like since... Oh, what was I gonna say? I had a massive brain fart. But yeah, I feel like they're good. They're allowed in tap tag, which is a good thing, because it's a good thing. But oh no, I'm running out to say. I'm running out of stuff to say, so let's go to number 1. Anyways, in taking the number 1 spot for the most underrated weapon or gadget, which is arguably my favorite thing in the entire game, is party guns. Yes, party guns. They are used for a lot of things, because they can be used for movement, and you can get up really high really fast. And used for PvP, if you want to fling someone far, you just go up to them and do that. And if you're wondering how I'm shooting 2 at the same time, what you do is hold one up, click it with the other hand, which is how it shoots 2, so it tricks the game into thinking you're doing 2 at a time. But yeah, they're good for PvP, they're good for movement, especially in creative mode where you have infinite cotton. So probably the best movement item in the game, and they're also cheap. I think they're only 300, believe it or not. Best, I know I said zip arrows were the best movement for new players, but I think this is, because it's even cheaper, I think. I don't know the exact price, but it's even cheaper, and they could be a lot more reliable, because zipline arrows in PvP, well, y'all know what happens if you use an arrow in PvP. Yeah. So zipline arrows aren't good in PvP, but they aren't bad at movement at all. These are just good in both aspects. And I know people use them a lot. You could probably go into a lobby, see someone using a party gun. But they're just so good. They're one of my favorite gadgets. And I feel like they aren't used enough. In some cases, they can even be better than wings. They don't have a lot on the aspect of control. But I feel like overall, they are one of the best. Okay, I'm going to make this statement. I think they are the best gadget in the game, in general. So, in movement aspect, I'd probably give it to wings or air grabbers. But in general, for both, and of all the gadgets, party gun is probably the best. This is still my opinion. If you have a different ranking, comment it down below. But yes, let's get that. I don't know what I'm going to say again. Yeah, if you have a different ranking, say it in the comments below. And I'll say your ranking in the next video if you comment it. But, yeah. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.